Hi, this is Ramu, Associate Professor, Department of CSC, Institute of Aeronautical Engineering, Hyderabad. Today, I am going to concentrate on dynamic memory allocation. See, the dynamic memory allocation is used to reserve the memory for a particular variable. Up to now, you use a pointers, but it assigned to some array, right? But you don't have any direct memory. I mean, you didn't reserve the memory, but you have a memory allocation function like malloc, calloc, realloc, and free. These are the functions are used to allocate and reallocate and free the memory. Okay, based on your requirement. I'm going to show you here the problems. Read n numbers from the input and print it. Right? Generally, if you want to solve the problem, first you're going to take that int of right a of 10, right, and you can take one pointer. You're just going to assign that value, but you didn't create any variable, any data item directly, right? You didn't allocate the memory directly, right? Here, I'm going to allocate the memory using malloc. See, I'm showing you here how I'm going to read the data. For example, int of star p, right? If you consider like this, and if you want to store the 10 data items, for example, five items, and also I take the one variable n, that many variables I need to read from the input, right? And scanf, comma ampersand n for I equal to 0, I less than n, I plus plus, I plus plus, right? Can I read a scanf of percentage d, right, comma, p of I, p plus I, because the memory is increment, right? The memory is increment by one by one. Does it work? Can you see? Is this work? So check. We will see how it will work. Or I less than n, I plus plus, right? Printf of percentage d space comma p plus I. For printing, you should use a star. You may have a doubt, sir, why you didn't use a ampersand here? See, why you didn't use a ampersand here? See, no. If you use ampersand, here, without using ampersand, the p is an address only, right? That is why I didn't use anything here. See, if you run this code, yeah, I is undeclared, right? For example, 5, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You didn't get anything. The reason is you have a pointer variable, but you didn't allocate any memory. That is the reason, right? If you want to allocate the memory, see, you should use int of int star, right? So int star of malloc of. So you know that malloc contains only one argument. This is the number of bytes. How many arguments you're going to store? N, right? So by default, I'm going to take n value as 10. At most, I'm going to store 10 into size of int, right? That's all. Then let us check. So 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Got it? Now you allocated the memory. Earlier you didn't allocate. That is the reason. But the same time, what I'm going to do, without reading my data, I'm going to print the values. See, 5. What are the values it has? It's garbage values. Yes or no? These are the garbage values, right? But if you use the same thing, see, now I'm going to use the same thing with the calloc. Instead of malloc, calloc is like this. See, if you run this code, now you will get 5 means, see, all are the zeros. That is the difference. See, here I'm going to explain how it will store means. See, if you create 10 variables means here the 10 is there, right? means it is going to create the 10 blocks. 10 blocks. But earlier it is 10 into 100. 10 into size of it means 40 bytes it creates a single block, single segment. That is the difference. Single segment. Now it is going to divide this one into 10 blocks, means each block is separated the one integer value. That is why when you use a CLOC, it will take that value as 0 if you didn't assign. If you assign, it will take that value, right? Coming to the malloc, if you didn't assign the value, then simply it will take that value as a garbage value. If you assign, it will take that value by default. Is this clear? That is the only difference between the CLOC and malloc. In malloc, the by default value is garbage. CLOC by default value is 0. That is the only difference. Right? Is this clear? And in this program, we'll see with the execution also. Yes, CLOC, right? CLOC contains the two arguments. That is the reason. See, if you take the 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See, we will get the same values. Yes or no? So that is the reason. CLOC, malloc, only difference is the malloc it will take the garbage value and CLOC it will take the zeros. Okay, thank you very much.
Like, share and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for more updates.